Here's a number that surprised me. A single car sitting on a rental app like Turo can pull in $800 to $1,200 a month. That's not a Lamborghini. That's a regular Toyota Camry or a Honda Civic, the kind of car your neighbor drives to work. Think about that for a second. Your car spends most of its life doing nothing. It's parked at home, parked at work, parked at the grocery store. A car is basically an asset that sleeps 22 hours a day. Rental car businesses figured out how to wake it up and put it to work. But here's the real question, the one nobody talks about honestly. After you pay for insurance, gas, cleaning, and wear and tear, how much of that $800 actually lands in your pocket? That's what we're breaking down today, the real math. No hype, no fluff, just the numbers. Okay, before you start counting your future Turo millions, let's talk about the boring part. Money going out before it comes in. Every business has a cover charge, and rental cars are no exception. First up, the car itself. You've got two options, buy it outright or lease it. A decent used sedan, think Camry, Corolla, Elantra, runs $18,000 to $25,000. Some hosts even finance the car specifically for this, basically letting strangers make their car payment for them. Sneaky, but smart. Then comes insurance. Regular car insurance won't cut it. You need commercial or rental-specific coverage, which can run $150 to $300 a month, depending on the platform and your state. Turo, for example, offers its own protection plans, but they take a cut in exchange. Add licensing and platform fees. Some cities require a permit to rent out a vehicle commercially. Looking at you, New York, and Chicago. And don't forget a lockbox or keypad for contactless pickup, maybe $50 to $100 one time. So here's the punchline. Before your car earns a single dollar, you're already down $20,000 plus. It's like buying a vending machine. The machine isn't the business. Stocking it and maintaining it is. Now the fun part, where the money actually comes in. Let's use a real example. A Toyota Camry listed on Turo in a mid-size US city. Average daily rate, around $45 to $65 a day. Sounds decent, right? But here's the catch. Your car doesn't rent out every single day. Nobody's car does. Even the busiest hosts see 60 to 70% occupancy, meaning your car sits idle a few days a week, like a shop that's only open 5 days out of 7. Let's do simple math. Say you rent it out 20 days a month at $55 a day. That's $1,100 in gross revenue. Not bad for a car that used to just sit in your driveway collecting bird droppings. But, and this is important, that $1,100 is gross, not profit. Platforms like Turo take a commission, usually 15% to 40% depending on the protection plan you pick. So right off the top, $200 to $400 disappears before you even see it. Think of it like a lemonade stand on someone else's street corner. You get the foot traffic and the customers, but you're paying rent for that visibility. Net so far, before expenses like gas and cleaning, roughly $700 to $900 a month from one car. Alright, this is where a lot of rental car millionaires on YouTube get quiet, because this section eats into the profit fast. First, maintenance. More renters means more miles, and more miles means more oil changes, brake jobs, and tire replacements. Budget around $50 to $100 a month just for wear and tear. It adds up like a gym membership you can't skip. Second, cleaning. Every renter expects a spotless car, so you're either paying $20-30 per cleaning yourself or hiring someone. If your car turns over 4 or 5 times a month, that's another $100-ish gone. Third, depreciation. The silent expense nobody feels but everyone pays. A car used for rentals loses value faster than a personal car because of the extra mileage. Think of it like a pair of running shoes. The more miles you put on them, the faster the soles wear down, even if they still look fine on the outside. Realistically, that's $100 to $150 a month in lost resale value. Fourth, gas. If you're not charging renters a mileage fee, you're covering it, or at least topping off the tank between rentals. Add it up. Maintenance, cleaning, depreciation. Easily $250 to $350 a month, quietly chipping away at that $700 to $900 we had left. Let's put it all together. No more scattered numbers, just the final tally. Gross revenue was around $1,100 a month. Take out the platform commission, somewhere between $200 and $400, and then the maintenance, cleaning, and depreciation, another $250 to $350, plus gas and other small costs of around $50 to $100. What's left is the real number, roughly $300 to $450 a month per car. That's the number people don't put in their thumbnails. Not the flashy $1,100 gross, but the real after everything number sitting somewhere between $300 and $450. Now, is that good or bad? Depends how you look at it. On a $20,000 car, that works out to about 18 to 27% return a year, which honestly beats a lot of savings accounts and even some stock market years. But it's not quit your job money, especially with just one car. It's more like a side hustle that pays for itself, and then some, kind of like a fruit tree in your backyard. It won't feed the whole neighborhood, but it'll definitely give you free fruit every season. The real profit shows up when you scale, which is exactly what we cover next. One car making $300 to $450 a month is nice, like having one hen that lays an egg every day. It's cool, but it's not a farm. The real money in this business shows up when you go from one car to a small fleet. Here's the thing though, scaling isn't just multiplication. It's not 5 cars times $400 equals $2,000 automatically. Some costs actually drop per car when you scale. Insurance can get cheaper in bundles. Cleaning gets more efficient if you're doing 5 cars a day instead of 1. Even buying cars gets easier, since dealers give better prices when you're buying in volume. But new costs also creep in. You'll probably need somewhere to park all these cars, and street parking or a driveway won't cut it anymore. You might need to hire someone to help manage bookings and cleanings, because juggling 5 sets of keys and 5 different renters by yourself gets messy fast. It's like running a small hotel instead of renting out a spare room. More rooms means more guests, more revenue, but also more staff and more headaches. Realistically, hosts running 5 to 10 cars often see $1,500 to $3,000 a month in actual profit after all expenses. That's when it starts feeling like a real business instead of a side hustle. Every business has a dark side, and rental cars are no different. Let's talk about the stuff that can turn your side hustle into a headache. First, accidents. Even with insurance, dealing with a wrecked car means downtime where it's not earning anything, plus deductibles, plus the hassle of claims. It's like a farmer losing a crop to bad weather. It doesn't happen every season, but when it does, it stings. Second, no-shows and cancellations. Renters back out, plans change, and your car sits idle on days you counted on income. Platforms have policies to soften this, but they don't fully cover the lost opportunity. Third, platform changes. Turo and similar apps can change their commission rates, insurance requirements, or rules overnight. You're basically renting space on someone else's playground, and they can move the swings whenever they want. Fourth, seasonal demand. Vacation spots and airport-heavy cities see huge swings between summer and winter. A car that made $1,100 in July might barely make $400 in February. It's like an ice cream truck business, amazing in summer, painfully quiet in winter. And finally, bad renters. Some people treat rental cars worse than their own, meaning extra cleaning, extra wear, sometimes even damage that's a hassle to prove and get compensated for. None of this means the business is bad. It just means it's not the guaranteed money machine some YouTube thumbnails make it look like.